2 or 3 wins coming this weekend. How does it feel to get the sweep and be #1?
Really good. Really happy for our seniors who have really worked hard all this year and done so much both on and off the field. So I'm really happy for them. I hope that the underclassmen get an opportunity to experience this again, but I know it's the seniors' last chance, so I couldn't be happier for what they've done, and let's keep it going.
At the beginning of the year,
all right, guys.
Pick the right spot. Pick the right time.
I think I almost ruined it because I gave the
That was cold too, man. Curtis could have made a little water. Where we're at?
At the beginning of the year, did you truly envision them being top of the conference at the end of the year?
You know, based on what I saw in the fall, I thought our pitching was better. I thought our bullpen was stronger. I actually thought our offense was a little bit better. I was concerned about our defense. You know, I don't think anybody can predict when you get together in the fall that you're going to win a championship, but I knew we'd be better, and I knew this team had a competitive spirit about them, so with that in mind, I thought we had a good chance.
What does it say about your team that you knew you needed a sweep and they came out and got a sweep against the second best team in the conference?
It says a lot. You know, I mean, there was a lot of pressure on them, and you could feel it. You could even feel it last Tuesday in Iowa. The kids were already anticipating this weekend. They didn't play very well. They were a little bit tight. So we tried to do everything in our power to try to relax them, to try to make sure that they were having fun. And we kept on telling them, you earned this position, you earned this opportunity, go out and play the best. It's going to take a really good team to beat you. And this weekend, Missouri State wasn't quite up to par.
What does the #1 seed mean to you guys?
Well, you know, I not only does it help us in the tournament, but I think it gives us, takes pressure off the tournament because we have an opportunity to get an at-large bid if we don't win the conference tournament outright. So I think that's the importance of winning the league and being a #1 seed. It takes a little pressure off next week. Not that we're not going to play well, not that we're not going to play with a lot of intensity and go after it, but now we have options. You know, we're anxious to play in June. I think this team deserves that opportunity, and now we have options to get there.
For what you cost what you guys do, you had to come out and get it out right. Did you sense any pressure? Was there any message to them to make sure they did it?
You know, they were talking about it before the game yesterday, and I thought they handled it pretty well. You could tell at times yesterday, especially in the 9th inning, you could tell we were a little bit tight. We maybe were anxious there to get that game over with. I really didn't sense much today at all. I thought the team played pretty loose. You know, Greg got us off to a good start. We seem to play well when we get off to a good start, so I give a lot of credit to Greg. But I didn't sense any kind of tightness today. They were determined. They mentioned after the game last night that they weren't satisfied and that they wanted to win it. They wanted to celebrate here at TD Ameritrade.
What were you hoping to get out of
2 or 3 innings. So we surpassed anything we anticipated. And really set up what we wanted to do the rest of the way. We had everything lined up, you know, from Chase to Jack to Mark to Reese. We didn't want to use Kirk today, but we had to get a little deeper into that game to get this bullpen set up. And the bullpen's pitching like they did in the early part of the season maybe last week or so.
Talk a little bit about Chance coming through in a couple of big situations early in the game.
Yeah, it's nice to see a player like that who maybe hasn't responded offensively as well as he had liked to get a couple RBIs today. And I think that last one, that third one, when he got down 2 strikes, was able to put the ball in play. He didn't get a base hit, but he got a fielder's choice to drive in that run. It's nice to know that we have other guys besides maybe our 3, 4, 5-hole hitters that are contributing.
Greg comes out and he gets you through that first couple of innings, and it's looking like he's maybe not battling his control issues. Does that kind of pick everybody up in the dugout?
Sure does. You could just tell how we defended. Once Greg pitched a good pace today. He threw a lot more strikes than he has the last 2 weekends, and our defense usually responds to pitchers who pitch with a lot of pace. And he did that today, and you could just sense the longer he went, the more comfortable we were getting into the game. And then he had got his pitch count up to 75, which is pretty much what Greg pitches at, and then turn it over to bullpen.
Any doubt in your mind that as far as the Avalanche, you got 39 wins, you won the conference championship, but when that committee gets in the room, they all find ways to kind of pick holes into those things.
Well, here's why I'm more optimistic than years past. Our conference RPI is 9. Previous years, it's been anywhere from 14 to 17. So if they don't give us 2 teams based on our conference RPI, then there's something wrong. And I'll be really, really upset. You know, this club has done everything. We played 4 road series in the league and still won the league. And only played 3 home series. Not only did they win it, they did it the hardest and most difficult way by playing more road games than home games. So, you know, if there's a committee member that doesn't think this team is worthy, then I don't think they know much about baseball.
You talk about going into next week. You know, you guys have played a lot of baseball back to back. Any fatigue issues you think?
Well, you know what? I was worried about it today, but I was really surprised they came out and bounced around today. Now, we're not going to work out tomorrow, so I'm hopeful that we get off our feet tomorrow. We're going to have a very light workout on Monday. We don't play until the last game on Tuesday. I mean, if we're not excited and revved up to go Tuesday, then there's something seriously wrong, because we basically have 3 days off for that next game. But you're right, we have played a lot of ball this week, but Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's a lot. And I'm glad we got a day off tomorrow, and I'm glad we're going to have a very light workout on Monday in preparation for Tuesday night's game.